everyone, my name is Candace St. James. Thank you so much for coming back to my page. It's New Year's Eve and it's very windy over here in Washington, so bear with us today. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys a new tutorial, and basically this tutorial is going to be how we block our eyebrows, how drag queens block their eyebrows. Anyone can do it. Some drag queens shave their eyebrows, but I'm not ballsy enough for that one. But you know, it's something that all drag queens do. We have to cover our brows. And basically what that is where we go ahead and we glue layers of glue on top of it, or ProsAide or spirit gum, or those three things are the main ones that people use. I don't hear so much about spirit gum, but I hear a lot about the ProsAide and a lot about the glue stick. And so before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe because I love to hear from y'all, and click that bell button too while you're at it. Let's go ahead and make a heyday out of this. Just forewarning you guys, I will be changing out of my look into a boy look. So I don't want to scare y'all, I look very different. 1, 2, 3, let's get fabulous! Hey everybody, my name is Candace St. James. Thank you so much for coming back. I've gotten quite a few views from you, quite a few compliments, and quite a few comments, and I would just love to say keep watching on. I really do appreciate it. I'm now actually, on most days you see me getting ready as a female, and now today you're just seeing little old me behind the scenes. And so I'm here to actually show you how to kind of get started in makeup. What we struggle with most. Most drag queens, even today, still struggle with blocking down their eyebrows properly. And so I'm here to show you today how to properly do that. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that bell, I would really appreciate it, and it'll help keep me going. Let's get fabulous! But before we get started, we do need a list of various essentials. And so the first thing I use right now is I use rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and basically I use 91%. I use the Walmart brand Equate. You also need some cotton balls that I got from the dollar store, a comb brush, and then I also use a foundation brush, and I also use a powder brush. And then I have Airspun right here, as well as the ProsAide adhesive. And then I also have wooden popsicle sticks. You can get them in the craft section of Walmart, as well as a concealer. And then I also have this optional one, but I have a really cheap brush for wiping the dust off your face. So ready or not, let's get fabulous. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go ahead and take my isopropyl alcohol, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dip it on a cotton ball. Essentially, like that. And then basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get away all the dust, or all the excess off my face, off my eyebrows. And it's gonna burn at first, especially if it drips like it just did. And then you just go ahead, you open your eyes, and it's gonna be kind of potent, but you can just open your eyes and it'll be all okay. So basically, before we get started, after this is what we do is we took the isopropyl alcohol, we cleared away any excess oils off of our face and basically our eyebrows, so that way it'll lay flat. You'll have a flat base with it. So secondly, I'm gonna go ahead and take the ProsAide adhesive as well as the wooden craft sticks. And this is a trick I learned from actually Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, because I was always using a spoon to pretty much press down my glue. And I felt like that was still a little bit messy, especially when it got on the spoon. I had to wash it off all the time. So basically by using a popsicle stick, I can put it on and I can get a really thick coverage, but make sure you wipe away the other side because it will get onto you and it's not fun to get off. This is a very medical grade adhesive, and so it will stick for hours and hours. It's sweat proof, it's anything proof, it's gay proof even. And so basically you put it on one end of the stick and then you start dabbing it on your eyebrows. And I do a really thick coverage at first, and then I let that get tacky for a little bit. And basically where you see the excess right here, where you see the excess stuff on my eyeballs, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off with some rubbing alcohol, getting as close as I can to the eyebrow. Now since it's getting tackier a little bit, I'm gonna take the comb brush right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of shake the hairs a little bit. I'm gonna try to mix in the ProsAide to the hair, and I'm gonna flip them all the way up so they lay completely flat. I'm kind of putting a little bit of pressure, but not a whole lot. It doesn't require that much. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take another layer of ProsAide, and I'm gonna stick it right on. This dries pretty quick, so it's not a big deal. I typically do my eyebrows simultaneously, and that's how you do it. And this time around, you press down the stick really well. You press it down hard onto your eyebrow as hard as you can, to where it lays flat. You want those hairs to lay flat, because if you have them showing up, it's gonna cause your skin to look bumpy almost, and you don't want that. So basically, I'm gonna get that same alcohol swab, and I'm gonna wipe off the excess. This is indeed where I would use a spoon, but this actually works a lot better. Be careful also too when you go. I mean, if you're older like I am, I'm in my 30s, but if you are older, I would definitely recommend that you don't try to like scrunch your face up so much, because this adhesive will catch all of the wrinkles. Just saying, because I fall into that fallacy. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a third layer, basically, and I'm gonna try to press it as much as I can onto my thing, onto my face. There is that. And with this, you can put a wig cap on or whatever. I just don't. There's that. And you just wipe off the excess as close to the eyebrow as you can. But it's okay if you miss a little bit, because it'll all be covered up with powder. So now what we do is we get our air spun, basically. This is air spun. This is $5 at Walmart. It's super cheap. I go and I use that to block out my eyebrows and to cover them. So now this is what's called beating your mug, essentially. Besides just powdering your face, this is also part of what's called beating your mug. And basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pat the shit out of your face until basically it is all covered and it feels completely seamless. And there you have it. You have one eye covered, one eye not covered. So basically, what you do with this little brush thing that I have, the wipe away brush, I go ahead and I wipe it away, and I wipe away all the excess dust. That way it's not all up in your face, it's not irritating, nothing, it's just gone. You wipe it off and you have a little mark now. And so basically with that, what you do is I use a concealer, but it's also my color corrector, so I also will use that. And basically what I do with that essentially is I just fill my eyebrow first, make sure I don't need another layer. But basically what I do is I just cover it with some concealer. That's my skin tone, of course, like that. And then I will use my regular foundation, or some powder, and then my regular foundation over it. That way it's just gonna set, it's not gonna move. Wipe the excess dust off your face. And there you have it, your brow is completely covered. So now that we got our eyebrow covered, basically if you want to take them off at the end of the night, it's really simple. But you got to use that alcohol again. And with this one, most people get a little bit nervous because it doesn't come off like Elmer's glue right away. Basically what happens is you got to let it sit there. You put some alcohol in a cotton ball and you just kind of like dab it on a part of your eyebrow, and it'll actually weaken. So it'll weaken the alcohol will weaken the glue to your eyebrow. So basically you just let it sit there for a couple seconds, and then what I do is I will just eventually just shake it. It should come off. See how we're seeing where it's actually coming out now? It's starting to break down. So just a couple of shakes and it'll weaken. Most people who use this, I know somebody very special to me, I covered his eyebrows one time and he completely freaked out that he couldn't get it out, and he lost half of his eyebrow because he did not want to wait for it to come out to weaken properly. So he lost half his eyebrow one time and I had to draw it every day. for him. And that is how you get your eyebrow off, your eyebrow back. You just let it weaken, and then with the foundation, with the concealer, it's all good. And it'll come right off with a little bit of powder. But all this is uncovered. Ooh, my hair. Yeah, and now we have it. We have our eyebrow back. Hey guys, I also want to go and thank you guys for coming to my page. This is one of the tutorials where it's the most in-depth, that a lot of drag queens do struggle with it to this day, keeping their brows laid down for hours and hours on end while we're performing and doing our thing at the club. And so if you guys really like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and Happy New Year, guys. And please make sure you guys leave a comment about this video. There's more to come. This is my first tutorial, and I just wanted to make sure you guys enjoyed it. So I wish to see you guys in the future, and I am ecstatic as far as what 2020 will bring.